Hi guys, hope you are doing well. So this video is specifically designed for the candidates giving the CFA examination in the upcoming window. And in this video, we are going to talk about the last 50-day strategy plan that you should have. How should you be revising? How should you be working smartly? How can you analyze your mock test to improve your accuracy? And what are some of the do's and don'ts that you should be following when you're giving CFA exam? So let's get started. First of all, one very important thing, please don't spend too much time reading. Since last 5 to 6 months, most of us, the focus area would have been reading. Now, at least, so let's say if you have 50 days for your examination, I'll break it down, the 40 days and the remaining 10 days. The first 40 that you have, in this 40 days, you should be spending less time reading. Major time that we have, the major time that we have should be going to practice question. Major time that we should have should be just focusing on practicing question. As much questions as we can practice. I may recommend you should at least target maybe 150 to 100 questions daily. So even if you're able to solve 150 questions, you can easily solve 5,000, 6,000 questions in just 40 days span. Another very important thing, don't take one subject at a time. That is the big mistake that you will make. What is the challenge with CFA examination? That all the subjects get tested in the same day. So never take one subject at a time. Always have a combination of subjects. At least study 2 to 3 subjects together. At least. Maybe break down the subject of first half and the second half and make them a pair and study accordingly. So maybe have a combination. Don't take 5 days I will study this subject, next 5 days I will study that subject. Because what happens when it comes to the CFA examination, it is unlike other examination. In CFA examination, all your 10 subjects are getting tested on the same day. Now for mentally, it becomes very difficult to handle all the 10 subjects if you have not studied accordingly. So I would definitely recommend break down your syllabus, study 2 to 3 subjects together. And study each subject on a weekly basis. So maybe have a permutation combination and I'll discuss about that combination that you can study. Practice questions, that is very important. Do read. I'm not saying avoid read, but read some kind of a summary notes. Don't spend too much time reading the entire curriculum again. You have already done it in the past. And you may remember some of the things. I would recommend read some kind of a summary notes when you're practicing. You can use your own class notes that you have written. That is definitely one of the good tools. Or if you have not made your own notes, you can use the class presentation or you can use our own Pareto notes. So Pareto notes are a great notes that can help you to do a quick revision in a shorter span of time. So in less than 500 pages, we have been able to cover entire most important concepts of the CFA examination that you need to know. Now, subjects like ethics, FSA, equity, fixed income. These 4 subjects have a great weightage. These 4 subjects have a weightage of 10 to 15%. So you should be focusing, you should be spending more time on this subject and target having an accuracy of at least 75 to 80%. These subjects, every one of you should be working hard and try to have a great accuracy because these are a higher weightage subject. It is okay if you score less accuracy in lower weightage subject, your overall score will not be impacted much. But in these 4 subjects, you should be focusing a lot. That does not mean rest of the subjects are not important. They are equally important. But the major focus, you should definitely have a great accuracy. For ethics, For the next 50 days till your exam, solve 25 questions daily. Daily keep solving ethics. Daily. Ethics is one thing before you go to sleep. Every day, 1 hour, just focus on spending ethics. 40 minutes all MCQ. Try to solve 25 questions daily and 20 minutes just read some examples from curriculum. Do it for next 50 days. I am pretty sure ethics you would be comfortable. For rest of the subject, you need to have a great conceptual clarity and you need to practice. Sir, which subject combination to take? So I would recommend first, when you are doing revision, when you are doing practice, take the subjects which you have the least accuracy. So based on your mock tests that we have taken, a lot of you will know which are the subjects that are your weak. Any subject where your accuracy is less than 60, that is your weak subject. Any subject where your accuracy is less than 60, that is your weak subject. So based on your mock, I will definitely recommend you do a proper analysis, fill the Excel template that we had shared with you. Understand how many questions you did it wrong. The subjects where you have less than 60% accuracy, these are the subjects that you should be focusing, you should be studying them. So first, 10-15 days work on your weak subject and then do the remaining subject. If you want me to ask any combination that you would recommend, I will say corporate finance plus FSA can be a great combination. You can do both the subject easily in 5-6 days. They complement with each other. Cons, eco, you can try to do them together. These two subjects you can try to manage them together. Then maybe equity plus fixed income is what you can try to do together. Both of them are talking about the asset classes. And then you can take your, maybe your derivatives also in this. Ethics is something you have to do gradually. So this is just one of the combination that you can use. But I may say whichever is your weak subjects, take them, work very hard in them. Because you still have a good amount of time for your examination, correct? First, take those. In the next 10-15 days, whatever your weak subjects are, you should aim in every subject you are at least reaching 65-70% accuracy. And on an overall basis, you are crossing at least a score of 75. That is something very much important. Because now you have a less time pressure. So first work on the weak subject. As you get closer to the exam, you will have more pressure built in. So ensure, I'm sure most of us will have 3 or 4 weak subjects. Take some time. It is okay if you have to go to the class videos, you have to rewatch them, use the self-study course on your learning management system and try completing those concepts. Now, which questions to practice? So first, definitely candidate resources on the CFA website. Those are very important. Around 1500, 1600 is the total questions. Try to complete them as soon as you can. Your first priority should be the candidate resources because these are the questions built by the CFA Institute team and they are a good quality questions that can help you to understand the level of the examination. Second, if you're done with the candidate resources, you can go for the exclusive questions and top 50 question bank on the FPA learning management system. You can also solve the tests on the learning management system. I think the priorities, first priority is always the candidate resources, then the exclusive, then the top 50 question bank. If you're done with all this, definitely you need any additional question bank, you can definitely reach out to a team. We would be happy to assist you. At least in the next 50 days, I would recommend target at least 6 more mocks. At least. Because every mock gives you an opportunity to improve. Every mock gives you an opportunity to improve. Every mock makes your chances of passing goes up. So at least target 6 to 7 mocks. Maybe 4 mocks you can target in the month of July if you're giving August 26 window. 2 mocks maybe you can target in the month of August. So the first 40 days that you have should be spent on practicing. At least target solving 3000, 4000 questions. At least target solving 4 to 5 mocks. And guys, when you are doing mock, after you have given a mock, so let's say give the mock as per actual exam timing. If your actual exam timing is 9 AM to 2:30, follow that process. Give it as per actual timing because try to replicate the exam scenario. A lot of us give first half in the morning, we take a break, we go out, and then we come back, and the next day we give the second half. That is not how a mock is given. Because the objective of mock is not to know the concept. Most of you will be very comfortable with the concept. But when it comes to exam pressure, when it comes to solving 180 questions in 5 years, that is the major challenge. And that mindset of solving all the 10 subjects together, you will have to build that mindset. You'll have to study and you'll have to build that mindset. So ensure you're giving all the mocks. At least give 6 minimum mocks. Minimum mocks. Maybe you can target 8 to 9 mocks, but the minimum mocks I would recommend is 6. 4 mocks try to give in the first 30 days itself, and the remaining 2 mocks you can give in the month of August. So break down. Maybe your target should be 4 mocks in the month of July itself and 2 mocks in the month of August. So in the first 40 days that you have, the focus should be on practicing question, doing an active revision using summary notes. Or what you can do, you have a CFA learning outcome statement that you can download it from the CFA website. You have something known as a CFA learning outcome statement. You can download it from the CFA website, and then what you can do, you can take a printout of it. And what I would recommend, force your mind. How you do revision, you open this learning outcome statement, you look at rates and return, and you see this is what the CFA Institute expects, that this is the concept you should know. If the learning outcome says calculate, that means you should know the numericals on it. If it says interpret or compare, that means most likely it is a theoretical topic that you need to know. So read the learning outcome statement, calculate the interest rate, and then try to force your mind. What was the concept that you learned here? Try to reinforce. Revision does not mean you're opening your notes, you're opening everything and reading one line. That is not the best way of doing revision, I'm telling you. Given the limited amount of time that we have in the next 50 days, we have to make a smart work, we have to make the best use of time. So focus on practice, and what you can do, just download this statement and then read the question, calculate expected value, variance, standard deviation, and remember, do you know this concept? Very good. If you know the concept, just try to revise it. In case if you don't know the concept, mark it with a pencil or a pen, mark star. Go open your main notes or go open your curriculum and read those concepts, practice those concepts. This way you do it. This way you do it for each subject. So in the next 15-20 days, focus on completing exclusive questions, candidate resources, doing revision through the learning outcome statement, and reading summary notes at least twice. Now, obviously, there will be some concepts. Just looking at the learning outcome statement, you may not be able to recall. Mark it with pencil, go and read curriculum. And after 15 days, come back only those concepts. Come back and read only those learning outcome statements where you have marked with pencil. Because those were the learning outcome statements that you are not able to recall. So now see, are you able to recall? If the answer is yes, well, this is how revision does not mean you have to read each and every line from curriculum. That is not the best way to do it. Revision is you are reading. Do you know how to calculate the different returns? Do you know MWRR? Do you know TWRR? Reinforce your mind. Is your mind able to understand it? Is your mind able to recall it? If the answer is yes, that means well. If no, go and open your curriculum. Go and open your curriculum. Go and solve more questions. And definitely at this point of time, I may not recommend you do revision and then practice. I may recommend directly start practice. Because I am assuming till the time most of you would have studied the notes at least twice. You would have studied the syllabus at least twice, or at least you have completed your syllabus. Directly take the question bank and go and solve. In whichever chapter, in whichever topic your accuracy is less than 70, go and read their notes very well. Go and read those notes, summary notes very well. Go and work on those concepts. Understand your weak topics, improve them. Your target should be in the mock test, you should target 75 to 80%. I'm telling you, based on my past experience, it is very important in your mocks, you are targeting a score of 75%. Anything less than 75 will make us in a difficult situation. So as of now, in the mock test that we are given, if you have scored less, that is okay. But next 15 days, before your mock comes in July mid, work very hard, understand your weak subject, do revision through the learning outcome statement, do revision through summary notes, practice all the questions, work on your weak concepts, and target your moving and accuracy towards 75-80, because 75-80 would be a comfortable zone to pass exam. And I'm telling you, if you focus, you still have time, you can do it. For the working professional and students, I would definitely recommend 2 weeks leave before your examination. Before your examination, 2 weeks, you should get it just for yourself. That is very important. Uh, CFA Institute mocks, the 2 mocks that you have, one mock you can plan in July end, and the other mock you can plan in August first week. The target of the mock at least needs to be 75. That is what I would recommend you. So this is through which you can do revision. And guys, I know when you give the mock test, when you're not getting accuracy, a lot of times you may be little demotivated. That is okay. Exam is difficult. It is difficult for everyone. You need to have your positive mindset. So I would recommend, whenever you wake up, the first thing after waking up, just motivate yourself why you took CFA. How passing a CFA is going to create a good impact in your life. How it will be a proud moment for your family, friends, for me. Motivate yourself, because this will ensure you are able to push yourself every day for study. Motivation is something very important, specifically in the last 50 days. Keep studying as much as you can. Study 2 to 3 subjects together. Don't study one subject at a time. Solve candidate resources, exclusive questions. You can solve curriculum problems if you want. This should be a strategy for the first 40 days. Giving mocks, practicing question, reading summary, reading notes. In the last 10 days, 7 to 8 or 10 days before your examination, I generally don't recommend to give mocks. Because at that time, if you have a less accuracy in the mock, that will act as that will break down your confidence. So in the last 10 days, I would just recommend one thing: go through the entire syllabus once again. Because in the last 40 days, you would have just practice. You are given 6-7 mocks. You have practiced 5,000 question bank. You have just done a quick revision. In the last 10 days, spend some time reading your notes, or any notes that you have referred, or curriculum, or whichever notes that you have studied from. Go through them and resolve the EOC questions. So in the last 10 days, I would recommend study, or I would say revise the entire syllabus again and solve the EOC question. So that will also boost your confidence. So in the first 40 days, 80% time should be on practice, only 20% time should go on to reading. In the last 10 days, 70-80% time should go on revising, reading the important points again, reading your notes, and only 20-30% should go in EOC. Because when you give an exam, it's very important you should know all the concept. Formula sheet, I would recommend write down all the formula by your hand on a piece of paper. Stick it to your study table. Every night before you go to sleep, you have to spend 1 hour on ethics. You have to look at the formula sheet for 15-20 minutes. Look it in the night. Look at the formula sheet in the afternoon after having the lunch. Just look at the formula sheet for 15-20 minutes daily. You do it for next 20-30 days. I can give you a guarantee you will be able to recall all the formulas. I'm sure most of you, like we discussed, you need to have one notebook or one Word file where you have all the wrong questions. So all the question bank that you have been solving, all the questions that you are doing wrong in the mock, in the question bank, I hope you are taking a backup of it. I would recommend in the month of July, take 1 or 2 days after your revision and redo all those wrong questions again, and ensure you are having a great accuracy. Trust yourself. That is very important. Few important things. Practice, very important. Study 2-3 subjects together. That is very important. Focus on your mock accuracy. Whenever you are giving mock, think it like an actual exam and try to score 75%. Every mock gives you an opportunity to understand your weakness and improve. So after every mock, please focus, please work hard and improve the weak subjects that you have. And just trust the process, motivate yourself. And I'm pretty sure you would be able to do it. High weighted subject, you should have a great accuracy, very important. And at this point, I may not recommend anything new. So let's say there are some topics you are not comfortable. Try to study them in the next 1 week. But at this point of time, your focus should be to improve accuracy. Your accuracy needs to be higher. For that, practice is something very important. Just trust the process. Mocks play a very important role. Mocks plus revision plays a very important role. And I wish you the best for your upcoming examination. Let's work together. We are there to support you in all the ways. Next 50 days are going to be the most important. Please work, and let's work in such a manner that we are able to pass exam in the first attempt. I hope the video has been valuable to you. Do ask me any questions in the comment you have. Thank you guys. Have a great day ahead.